Hi, diddly ho, and happy holidays, friendaloons. It's Rale, and it's once again time to Nintendo things. Right now, the lads aren't here yet, with both Whacker and Andy saying they'll be late, and Storm not answering. Maybe he's busy, I don't know. But anywho's, it's time for more Zelda. And today is mostly going to be grinding, because Night Owl, blame Night Owl, blame Night Owl. Night Owl essentially challenged me to do all the grinding stuff on stream, so here we are now. So in this case, I'm grinding all the smoothie recipes, which is just combine ingredients and see what happens. We got a rapid smoothie. Alright, now that I can actually see chat again, hi to German, Grimos, and Zerg. Zoomy potions indeed. They're only increased swimming speed though. That's the annoying part. The Zeldane is... I actually started doing this a little bit before the stream because I didn't have anything better to do at the time. So I was like, you know what? I'll just punch out some of the smoothies and yeah, there's a lot. I got all the ones for Bubble Kelp done though, so and halfway through the ones for the little seahorse. Yes, that's right. We're going to drink seahorses. I don't know. He doesn't look like he's got a proper blender there, so I'm pretty sure there's some pretty large seahorse chunks in there. A seahorse sippy, if you will. No. Up, yes. Horseradish added to spice. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no thank you. We got a rapid potion. Ugh. There's supposed to be a reward once I discover like 20 recipes total. Like 12 or... I'm not sure. We'll find out when we hit it. Yay. Seahorses complete. On to grapes. I am very glad this game brought back the Deku Scrubs, though. They're enjoyable. Oh. Oh, neat. Better grabbing of ingredients. Wow, okay. We can't own our own establishment because then we'd be cutting into the profits of them. No thank. Max Smooth. A refreshing milk smoothie. So here's the question for chat. What is your favorite kind of smoothie? Before anybody asks, I don't actually care for smoothies IRL. It's a texture thing. I've got a whole bunch of problems with food. Don't worry about it. German, that's amazing. Deku nuts have that old school innocence where you giggled at someone screaming, "Give me your nuts," when looking for ammo. I'll be honest, I barely ever used the slingshot or the Deku nuts when I was a kid. I was not a smart game player. I was mostly apply sword to problem. To be fair, in Zelda, there's very few situations where you can't just apply sword to problem. Especially if you have the blade beam. People of this desert have to just be like, what is she doing? She's just standing there, making smoothies. Nobody likes smoothies that much. I don't think Link is that's a douchebag Link move. That's just, you know, a lot of things that he runs into just happen to be apply sword to it. Because it turns out when you live in a world with monsters, you have to apply sword to lots of things. Yeah, when all you have is a sword. Correct, Night Owl. Oh. And now to sell all these smoothies we've made. Yes, buy my unfortunate smoothie. Ah. I need the space. Yeah, that was grapes we finished, so now on to the apple. I wish there was a way to make this faster. It's still better than collecting all of the minifigures in Minish Cap. That took me a few days, and that was with cheesing it by using the time reverse on the Switch Online app to rewind and guarantee I'd win the chess game, and use that to just buy my way through. And even just throwing money at it was a fucking nightmare. Worst part was they hid a piece of heart behind it, so you couldn't even not do it if you wanted to get all the pieces of heart. Other than that one bit, though, the rest of Minish Cap was really good, actually. My literal only complaint about that game is it's short. Which is funny considering, you know, Minish. Banana shakes from overripe nanners. I never trust overripe nanners, mostly because the definition between, or there's a fine line between overripe and has gone bad, and no thank you. To be fair, I don't much care for bananas to begin with, so. At least it gets shorter with each ingredient. Because I know I've done all the ones above whatever one I'm on. I'll be honest, all this really reminds me of is my work of establishing people's relationships. We have to code each individual and with each other individual, like, are they parent and child? Are they married? Are they siblings? Are they half siblings? Are they step siblings? And when you get to a family that's got 2 parents and like 8 kids, it takes a little while. And you also have to differentiate between birthdays and when, whether or not it's actually verified, or if they've just said that and we're taking their word for it. Which, mind you, we usually do. Relationships aren't one of those things that's a major problem unless there's something suspicious. It's like, you're saying this person isn't your child, but they were born 2 years ago and they have your last name. Please explain. Did I ever check this? Okay. Double check that. Okay. Yes. The concept of a spicy smoothie actually bothers me a little bit. Double chili smoothie. Is she going to get hot sauce? Maybe. I don't know. I don't eat smoothies, so I don't know if people put hot sauce in smoothies. Miyamori? Do people put hot sauce in smoothies?
Well, I'd say no, but Bloody Marys exist.
Just in case she wasn't audible, Fox says no, but Bloody Marys do exist. So Bloody Mary is technically a smoothie?
I'd say so. It has a salad on top. Think about it. It's tomato juice. With, like, tequila. I think. There's a vodka.
I mean, lots of people like combining 2 different flavors is fairly common. Like sweet and spicy is not too uncommon. Sweet and salty, that sort of thing. I'm personally a fan of stuff that's bitter. Because I like my food like me, bitter as fuck. I drink my tea so black it might as well be coffee. Okay, German, what is the difference between chocolate as we know it and the ancient Aztec version? Aztecs made it bitter. Noted. No dairy or sugar. I can live with the no sugar. You lost me at the no dairy. I love me some dairy. It was a medicinal thing. Then again, the amount of stuff that's got medicinal properties. Well, and we ran out of one thing, so we're not gonna have to worry about doing that when the time comes. At least for now. Yeah, no, showing up, getting offered a drink, and then just because it tastes bitter, thinking they're being poisoned, sounds like something the conquistadors would do. Yes, the conquistadorks and their backwards language. Literally, my only problem with Spanish is the way the grammar works does not jive with my mind, so it just makes me angry. German, you say European palate, but I'm pretty sure they already had tea by then. Badoop?
Yeah.
A whacker has joined us. Old man yells at things. Old man yells at smoothies.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm making smoothies.
Why? Why?
Because we're doing all the background grinding stuff today. And one of those is unlocking all the damn smoothie recipes.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Smoothie Simulator! Riveting stream, folks. How y'all enjoying
Smoothie
it?
Shop Simulator.
Also, just a heads up, I unfortunately cannot stay very long. I was on the phone with family, and there are a number of logistical things that need to get done before I go visit them. So I will be here for about half an hour or so.
Okay. Is still appreciated. I hope that your logistical stuff is not a problem. It is the Christmas time.
No, it is not problematic, but it is time sensitive and stuff like that, so.
I know that there won't be another Nintendo stream until the second week of January, because I have double holidays the next 2 weeks. And they're both on Wednesdays, which screws up my whole schedule.
I am going to
let the rest of the people that I ride shotgun for know that my availability starting tomorrow is going to be
Goofy.
like assume that I will not be there. I will make efforts when available to participate, but just assume that I will not be around for until January. So
Also, Samurai, I never thought of Malort smoothies, but now I'm gonna try to convince someone at the next meetup.
I hate both of you. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I willingly did 2 shots of Malort. Okay? Willingly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that bad, honestly. It's just the aftertaste that sucks and does not stop. That's the thing. The aftertaste and the fact that it does not stop. That's the problem with Malort.
Yeah. Also, Zerg, the problem with that plan is that I don't drink, so I literally have never had the Malort. I don't drink, so I'm not required to try the Malort, because I don't drink at all.
Which is fine.
I think the last alcohol I had was a shot back in... No. The last alcohol I had was Everclear on the night before my wedding.
Oh.
Which was more than a decade ago.
Oh.
It actually didn't bother me that bad. I am surprisingly resistant to the effects of alcohol. I used to at least try drinks, and I've never been drunk. Honestly, the Everclear wasn't that bad. It was peppermint and Everclear and all, but I could still taste the alcohol in it. That's part of the problem, is I can still taste the alcohol in anything. I don't get drunk, but I do, like, taste the liquor in everything. No amount, nothing anybody has ever done has ever masked the liquor for me.
Yeah, the feeling the alcohol burn, as they call that, is a very biological thing, and there is nothing you can do to mitigate that.
Yep. Which is why, by that time, I'd mostly given up.
Yeah.
And I'm not super married to the idea of being drunk anyways. I put a lot of effort into gaining control over my mental state. I'd like to keep it that way. Yes, in some ways I am an alcohol detector. I can smell alcohol really easily from a distance.
Hey,
Oh,
this is a really interesting, like, smoothie game that you got here.
I know, right?
How much longer is this gonna take?
I don't know. We can go do something else for a little while.
Why don't you go do something while I'm here?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Nope. Let me at least finish selling off the stock that I did just make. Just watch that hot menu.
Yeah,
menu
riveting
action.
fucking gameplay.
Look, this is Night Owl's fault. Night Owl was the one who was like, you should do all the grinding on stream. That's part of the joy of it. Like, and I listened to him.
This is why we don't listen to Night Owl. He's claiming he did no such thing. Also, I have Starburst.
So you've obtained Starburst?
Yeah, man.
Is it under here? No.
Yeah, man.
There's
Local
apparently a
produce.
thing somewhere around here.
Hot local produce in your area.
I don't know. The bell is telling me there's something around here somewhere. And it jingles when I come in this direction. Maybe it's a diggy spot?
Mm-hmm. Diggy diggy hole.
Diggy hole.
Mm-hmm.
Not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, so it's somewhere around these guys. One sec, let's try this. No? Diggy hole. Diggy hole. Maybe it's in here. Maybe it is in here, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's try each one and see if it's that I need to get perfect on every one and I missed one.
Hmm?
40 or more mangoes. We're gonna try for perfect though. Perfect.
Riveting gameplay.
Truly. The mangoes are used to make more smoothies, which I was told I shouldn't be making more smoothies right now, because it's boring gameplay.
Yeah. Snore.
Wee.
Dang old shit, man.
This is a lot easier with this outfit since it increases the distance of my spins and the ability to just hop up.
Cheat mode engaged.
It's not cheat mode. There we go.
Cheating engaged.
I don't cheat.
Cheating engaged.
I'm not cheating. I use the
Cheating.
tools that the game gave me. Okay.
Hey, Chad, how are you enjoying this cheating gameplay?
Chat, don't listen to him. He's just a spiteful old man. Alright. Using the tools that the game gives to me is not cheating.
You said
You
tool.
thought. You're a tool! We need to put those on because that's going to give us more materials. And right now we're in the quicksand, so How did I not get the... Okay, well, apparently we were not paying attention early in the game. I heard another to-do. Who has joined us this time?
Who knew that?
It is an Andy van. How do, Andy?
And wow!
Oh!
And wow!
You're in the desert!
Wow!
We are in the desert doing desert things because desert things need to be done.
Yeah, man.
Right? Oh,
Where's
well,
the
apparently...
whipped cream?
What was that one,
What?
Andy?
Where's the whipped cream if it's the desert?
No!
Cream!
And wow!
Is that a freaking sand shark?
Yeah.
I love the idea of sand sharks or sandfish.
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, the idea of a graboid just coming out from under my bed and grabbing me, like, scared the shit out of me.
Andy, you were scared of everything.
I am!
Yeah.
You must not
I'm-
fear. Fear is the mind killer. Go watch the text talks poetry.
I was, a very
must not
anxious
cringe.
child.
I must not cringe.
I must not cringe. Cringe is the meme killer.
Like, I was scared of, like, tornadoes.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what's even scarier than tornadoes?
A tornado full of sharks?
Sinkholes.
Oh! Yeah.
Because at least with tornadoes, like, the weather's telling you something's coming. With sinkholes, it just, whoop, bye.
You know, I can honestly say I know more people who died from a sinkhole than a tornado.
I don't know
Which is
anybody.
one.
I never knew anybody who has died from either, so.
That's because you live in the butthole of America.
You forget, I grew up in the Midwest, dude.
Depends on if you grew up in cave country or not. Parts of the Midwest are just fine, because it's really... Are there lots of caves in the area determines how susceptible you are to sinkholeism.
Well, sinkholes.
I'm talking tornadoes, dude, not
Oh.
sinkholes.
Sinkholes can be caused by, you know, underground pieces where water just gradually erodes away and
Ladies and
eventually it
gentlemen,
just, you know, breaks open.
geological experts in this chat.
It is called
I have
erosion.
never stated to be an expert.
Neither
Please
have
remember
I.
that most of Rale's knowledge is secondhand. Rale does not claim to be the absolute fact on any source. But
Hey,
Rale
Rex.
does at least attempt to not say shit that he hasn't at least tried to verify himself.
Wait, what did you just say?
You heard it.
Oh, I want to hear. I want to hear him say it again.
I said I try to not say shit that I haven't at least attempted to verify myself. That does not imply that I'm perfect or that I don't say some.
I'm gonna take a shit because you're so full of it. I gotta go.
What, are
Yeah,
you saying that I say
bro.
blatant lies?
Andrew. You're not supposed to call a man out in his own stream like that, but it was pretty funny. Shit, man.
Look, the only time I lie is when it's very obviously as part of a joke. And for the services of the joke. And I will state when I'm lying when I'm done with it. For instance, the African kamikaze squirrel. Ah, yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
No, I haven't. Very, very much have not.
Grimos, I went for a walk.
Grimby Chan. Save yourself.
Oh shoot, have you never heard about the African kamikaze squirrel? Okay, so the African kamikaze squirrel is a type of squirrel that lives in various parts of Africa, obviously, where baobab trees grow. And what they do is they make colonies in the baobab tree. And how they defend their colonies is whenever the tree is a predator approaches or there's something that threatens the squirrels or the tree, the older squirrels or the unmated males will ingest the leaves of the tree. The leaves react with the stomach acid of the trees and cause them to explode. So they will they will ingest the leaves and then grab onto predators, either scaring or injuring or downright killing said predators to protect the colony. The African kamikaze squirrel.
0% of the last 5 minutes has been true.
No, it's 100% bullshit. But it sounds just real enough. This is actually inspired by real squirrel facts. Fun fact, there are squirrels that hunt birds. Specifically, the ones I know of were in Kansas City, Missouri. They would leap out of trees and grab birds out of midair to kill them. Okay, I have already looted all this. Drop bears were one of the other inspirations for African kamikaze squirrels.
Drop bears. I think Vex has to fight those off on a daily basis.
See, as Little Willie points out, the exploding tree is real. There's enough facts, stuff that works like that African kamikaze squirrels is not too far off from something that would be feasible. Yeah, and as Mr. Jiggle points out, that's just gray squirrels in general. They will eat damn near anything they can get their grubby little paws on. Also, some of them are big motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. We used to joke with some actual basis that the squirrels at my parents' house when I was in before and after college, that house that they lived in, those sons of bitches were literally the size of small cats. Yeah. They were massive fucking squirrels.
Squirrels, man.
Yeah.
In some years, African kamikaze squirrel deaths approach those from hippos. I'm adding that. I'm adding that to the speech. I'm trying to think. I could have sworn we had another thing we thought of after the first time I told Whacker, Andy, and Storm the African kamikaze squirrel thing, but I can't remember.
Expunged these things from my mind.
Alright, shut the fuck up. My turn to talk.
Andrew!
Rale,
Yo.
did you look into that manga I linked you?
I think I forgot to.
Alright. I would highly advise it. I know I said it in the text, but if I were only allowed to suggest one manga for the whole year, it would be Backwater Sword Saint.
Okay. Counter offer counter. I will read it, but you need to read Vagrant Soldier Ares.
Okay, link that to me when you get a chance.
Remind me at the end of stream to send that to you.
I definitely will, looks at the camera, and
We're both gonna fucking forget. I know it.
Yes.
I promise I will try not to. I can make no guarantees beyond that.
Well, I would say the synopsis of mine is, it's like a middle-aged man who runs a dojo for his father, who's retired.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing it his whole life. And then one of his students comes back, and she's like, I want you to come train at the night academy I work at. He's like, oh, okay. And it turns out she's probably the strongest knight the academy has had in, like, decades. And she attributes it all to him. And he's like, oh, man, you're overselling me. But, in fact, he is actually, like, because he spent his whole life dedicated to swinging a sword, he's pretty much probably the best swordsman in the world. It's just, you know, you don't know it. It's like, it's real fun seeing him gradually just, like, prove himself again and again, despite his self-doubt.
Somewhere in a visit.
Also, I think I'm part of that generation that's starting to like to read more manga about middle-aged men than like the typical shonen. Because, you know, middle-aged men. Shut up, Whacker.
Oh wait, so clarify, you enjoy manga that involve middle-aged men, or don't?
I do.
Oh, check out Sasaki and Peeps. It got an anime recently.
I was reading it and it stopped when the anime started, and I haven't seen any updates in a while.
That sucks. Oh wait, it's this guy again.
Now, unless the anime is further along than the manga, I don't know. I should read or watch Farron too, but I just don't.
You really need to watch Free. Once I think that one's next up on our anime nights once we actually start watching it.
I feel bad that I don't take part of that with you guys, but when you guys start, I'm just like, I'm really like, I don't care. I just want to go to bed. Fuck everything.
Well, that was easy.
Krampus, don't spoil too much. I don't know, I like the misunderstanding storyline. What was it that someone else called it?
I mean, the misunderstanding storyline is just adaptations of comedy from ours. This is a thought I had the other day of how many anime tropes are just Shakespeare tropes with a samurai paint job.
I don't know, I haven't read Shakespeare. The only time I was interested in reading Shakespeare is when I saw Star Wars told in the story style of Shakespeare. And it had a picture of Darth Vader with Baroque armor on.
Mm-hmm. Campus of it's a manga. Of course, there's 4 other female characters with a crush on him. Okay, now 25 more might crystals, and he'll make something we'll like.
I was not terribly interested in Shakespeare in high school. I will say, though, that, or even Beowulf for that matter, I did enjoy Dante's Inferno, because we did read the Inferno. I don't even know if they will let you read that these days anymore.
I don't know. It depends on the school you go to. Oh, apparently I never blasted this.
It's technically not, you know, Mosaic canon, so...
Also,
I mean,
please note, if I don't specifically say no spoilers, I don't have a problem with spoilers. I'm one of those weird people that reading spoilers just gets me more hyped to read the actual thing.
It's like the one thing I don't want to say. I don't want to like. I want to like explain or say a badass moment, but I don't want to ruin the badass moment. I like.
Yeah. So
I normally don't go out of my way to suggest things. So when I suggest things, I'd like you to know that means that I really think it's actually very good.
yeah. And I try to. I have a list of shit I need to read when I'm in the mood for reading of stuff people suggest to me, because I usually try to take at least like one thing from each person whose opinions I value, and just be like, look, give me one thing, it will get added to the list, and will get read eventually. That's how I found out I love the Aubrey Maturin series, the Master and Commander books. Like, that shit's great. And that was one of those suggestions.
The pool.
Because usually what I ask is, what's the one thing that you always suggest to people and feel like nobody ever reads?
Shakespeare is open source, right?
The fine print. What is open source?
Or
Andrew.
Not under any sort of copyright, I believe so.
yeah.
It's
What's the term?
public domain.
Public
Public
domain,
domain.
yes.
Okay, yeah, because Popeye, at the beginning of next year, Popeye is going to be open domain.
Oh
Or at
boy.
least-
So that means
They're
it's
already
time
making
for...
that horror movie out of it.
Hey there, sailor.
Rale.
Look, Popeye was the original Shonen character. You could fight me on that.
Andrew.
What?
Hi.
Listen,
No, you don't get a
go
list.
watch Popeye Guilty Gear 3 videos, and you'll understand.
Watch.
Popeye Guilty Gear 3? That sounds amazing.
That
Link me that right
Sounds horrible.
It's basically this guy takes Popeye cartoons and he adds Guilty Gear sound effects to it.
now. Oh my god, yes.
Oh, and flash effects like moves and stuff.
Yeah, no, that sounds
And it-
amazing.
The
Sounds
guy, did
horrible.
the guy did like 2 or 3 videos and then he just disappeared. And it's like, it's one of those instances where somebody becomes successful and like people are like, we want more. And they're like, no, leave me alone.
No licky the rail. Oh god, it licked me. Ah.
What?
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I already did this one. Well, let's check. Yep. Lord did that part. And already kicked his ass.
you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you
Otherwise,
didn't.
this room wouldn't already be done. Okay. We are clear. No.
Man, shit.
And campers, if you want new manga, Mad is starting to finally pick up its action. It's been done a lot of build-up and foreshadowing, and it's starting to hit hard. Actually, screw it. Let me pull up. Manga I would suggest getting into right now. If you want something that's really feel-good, Shiba Inu Rooms. Though it does also have its sad parts, but it's good, cozy manga. What else is really good right now?
When you said Mad, it just makes me think of the evil organization from Inspector Gadget. So now I'm thinking of a manga where it's like from the perspective of some of the goons.
Yeah. Runaway Darling is pretty interesting setup. It's really going to depend on where it goes. It's only 12 chapters in. Ichi the Witch is 15 chapters in, and I fucking love it. It's so fucking good. It's so enjoyable. Even just the first 15 chapters. 3 seasons in a movie, please and thank you. I guess I don't get them from this guy.
There's been an interesting YouTube kind of. I think it's someone posted on Twitter, but it's like I don't know what to call the title of it, but the guy's got basically like a spider lady monster girlfriend.
Oh yeah, the monster, my girlfriend is a monster. It's very cute manga.
Yeah. You buy a whole bunch of rhinoceros beetles and take them home so your girlfriend can snack on them.
Campers, you need to tell me which one you're reading. Tell me it's Ichi the Witch, because nobody else I know has been reading it, and it makes me very sad. Because it's really fucking good. The facial reactions are just, perfect. Mad is pretty dope.
Sometimes I'm kind of scared or wary about manga, because I'll be like, it's a mecha manga. Let me read it, and on the third page, some really horrible stuff is happening. I'm like, I don't want to look at manga for a while.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it, because this is something that really needs to be experienced reading the first issue of it. Actually, like the first 2 chapters. Is Hero Organization. It's a new manga that's been going on.
Can I guess the plot?
Probably something to do with heroes. IDK. LOL.
Whacker!
Hi.
It's supposed to be my turn with the brain cell.
I promise it is not My Hero Academia with a new coat of paint.
I was gonna say, is the hero organization like full of like asshole heroes, and the main character's like gonna punish them all?
You must be punished.
Not strictly. That's not too far off, but a little different in the details. Oop, not that way. That's the spooky ghost forest that will teleport us weird places.
Spooky ghost. I recently saw a video where, like, there's a town, I don't know, somewhere up there in Europe and all that, but, like, this fog gets so bad that people just disappear into it. So they literally put sign stuff and all that around, being like, don't move in the fog.
It hungers.
I feel like there might be more down in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle! We got fun and games!
No, we don't.
Whacker, you're no
We got
fun.
tigers and weird bears!
Somewhere around here.
It's funny that there's a bear that just runs up on tigers and it gives tigers anxiety attacks.
Yep, there it is. And that just goes out.
I never finished, what was it? Tokyo Circus or something circus.
What?
Guy gets accused of killing like some weird like blood power monster, like breaks into class and kills everybody, and then one survivor gets blamed for it, and then he goes to like this weird prison that's
Dead Man Wonderland.
Yeah, Dead Man Wonderland. I didn't finish that. That was kind of weird.
If I'm correct on that one, read the manga, not the anime.
I was reading the manga. I read Tokyo Ghoul too.
I have not read Tokyo Ghoul or watched the anime. I don't know, it just never really interested me. I have been watching the second thing by him, the Chojin thing.
Poor Walker.
Whacker has no idea what we're talking about.
I know.
Don't. I mean, yeah, but it's fine.
I was gonna ask what like What Shakespeare story would be good, like retold as like sci-fi opera with mechas?
You could make a case for. I mean, you could make a case for a number of them, like Hamlet or even Romeo and Juliet. I mean, you could make a pretty good case for all those.
Because
Yeah.
I haven't really read the stories. All I know is like the baseline.
Okay,
and all
okay,
that.
hold up, you smarmy fucks. UNC Samurai and Quinless, you can tell the Tempest with mechs. That is literally Witch from Mercury. You smarmy fucks, I know what you're doing.
I don't know what.
Witch
don't
from
know.
Mercury's plot is the Tempest, to the point that one of the characters is literally named Prospero. Like Prospero.
You mean Prospero?
Yes. The main character's mom is named Prospera.
You mean Prospero?
Her name is Prospero. She's based off Her name is Prospera. She's based off Prospero.
Yes, Campus. I have read Otoyo Megatari, and that is honestly, it irritates the shit out of me that that's only comes out every 2 months, because I love her art style, and the story like isn't that bad. Like it's pretty good, honestly. Like, I normally don't go for that kind of stuff, but her art style and everything is amazing.
Whose art style?
She writes Otoyo Megatari.
Oh.
I do not recognize Otoyo Megatari. Does it have a different
It's
English
called-
title?
It's called A Bride Story.
Nope, don't know it.
It's like 19th century, like Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, that kind of stuff. Like when the Russian Empire is starting to take over the area.
Oh, it is a
Like,
very interesting art style.
British colonialism, like the British started the Great Game to stop Russian expansion, blah 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 blah. It's basically focused on like tribal, like Turkmen families and stuff like that. I really, really like it.
It
And
does
the
look
art
very
style
good.
is honestly one of my favorites ever. No, I have not read any of her other series, Shirley Madison or Emma or any of the other stuff. Like she does lots of, like, she's got a bunch of maid stuff that she does, and it really shows up in the one that I'm talking about, which really isn't my shtick at all. But again, her art style is amazing. Anyway, that's my weebgasm for today.
If
Even
If I
Webster
were
can be
sat
weird
down-
about some things.
If I were set tied to a chair and then threatened with a cattle prod, after I let them cattle prod me for a few times to, experience it, I'd probably say my favorite Japanese manga artist would be
Andrew!
Rumiko Takahashi.
Who's Rumiko? I know that name.
She does Yorotsuya Yatsurai, Ranma Half, Inuyasha.
Okay,
Rin
yeah.
Nin.
That's
Yeah,
valid.
she did. Yeah, Inuyasha was what I recognize her for.
So speaking of Ranma 1/2, I've been watching the anime. This is my first experience actually watching Ranma 1/2. So I'm actually kind of enjoying it. It's better than I expected it to be.
Isn't that the gender bender one?
Yeah, the one where he gets splashed with cold water, he turns into a girl. He gets splashed with warm water, he turns back into a guy.
I've only really watched and read Yorotsuya Yatsurai, and I watched a bit of Inuyasha when it was on Cartoon Network, but Yorotsuya Yatsurai was the one, when it showed up on Sci-Fi Channel, it's what got me to basically fall in love with anime. And they recently did a remake of it in modern times, which I really need to watch because the biggest difference between then and now is like the internet and telephones.
Face is a telephone, Andy.
Ain't got nothing to say to that, do you?
I'm trying to imagine my face at like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a star and a.
I mean, it's that or like Whacker's big dumb glum mug.
Big glum mug.
No, dumb was part of it.
No, there was no dumb.
Yes, there
big
was.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was. You fucking. Swear to God, Andrew.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember telling Crispy, I think, one of his streams, if he doesn't want to draw, we could do the Jackbox game where we draw pictures that we could throw in I like some of the Jackbox games. They're very good at like creative storytelling.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah, Whacker, what's the thing? How are you gonna ruin it for us?
Well, I think you just naturally do these things for us without us even having to try, Andy.
I don't know, Whacker. You're a very big proponent of just, killing the mood.
Yeah. I mean, how else am I going to get my schadenfreude out of you?
That explains the funny hat you keep hidden in your room.
I still have my boat bomber hat. I have all my shit from the meetup.
God, it's a bunch of gnomes piling out of the house to harass a car. Like the magical neighbors. The neighbors are like, what the hell?
What the hell?
Oh, it would have been better if we were all singing like ding dong diddle dee da bo.
Oh, God.
March.
Real,
Rale, I have a hot take.
What?
I said, Rale, I have a hot take.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I don't appreciate the gnomes in D&D 5th edition.
Okay.
Those aren't gnomes. Those are just like, I don't know, magical hobbits or something. Those aren't gnomes.
Okay.
Gnomes at best are like a foot tall. Like, don't come up in here with that 3 or 4 foot tall crap.
Depends on your,
No!
Are you? No, he's a fucking elitist. Are you listening to this,
That's
dude?
right. Dragons
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, get fucked, Rale.
I've never seen a wyvern and a dragon. No. I only say that because I grew up watching David the Gnome, so I kind of like how gnomes have kind of taken off culturally lately, where you see all the gnome shit everywhere.
that and goblins. There was a thing that was, Punky Doodles did one recently.
Yeah, I saw that.
Of, too ugly to be a vampire, too much of a nerd to be a werewolf. Fuck it. Goblin mode it is.
And all the comments were, "One of us, one of us."
Yeah.
I think there's potential in a new Gremlins movie.
I have never even watched either of the first two Gremlins movies.
Oh God, Rale.
Andy.
I know of them, but what I know of them does not make me motivated to watch them.
Andy, do you remember that scene in Gremlins 2 where, like, the two really old men gremlins are watching the video and, like, the monster eats that guy? And they just start laughing their asses off
I
like that.
don't remember that, but I remember the smart one was like, the reporter was like, it says, "What is your goal here?" And the smart gremlin goes, "Civilization." And he turns around and he shoots one of the other gremlins. He says, "See, that wasn't civilized. Funny, but not civilized."
Well, Rale would be Rale would be the female one.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Okay.
Oh no!
I have to ask you something about that scene.
Oh
Real
God!
quick to answer a question in chat. Bulk, this is the new Zelda game.
No. Oh, Andy, I'm truly sorry about that.
No. I was gonna say that scene where at the end of the movie where like I don't know it was the boss or something and the female gremlin starts walking up like singing the parents' song. And like is it just me or does he look like he's accepting his fate and he's just kind of smiling about it?
I feel like there was. I mean, we'd have to go back and watch, but I feel like a lot of that movie was kind of like accepting, like I'm going to enter Valhalla now.
But yeah, Rale, I would at least watch the first one. I don't know. They're both unique in a way, and they're both good. And you'll understand when I said, like, if Tex ever sent the auxiliary after somebody, that it's like those scenes of the Gremlins.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know the gist of Gremlins, and it's just, it's not really my type of thing. It's why
funny.
I never really liked Small Soldiers, because I get the same vibe from it.
It does have the same vibe. It's horror technically, but I don't think there's a lot of gore.
It's I guess they call it black comedy or something like that.
And technically it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Fox was just saying
you're
that
not
it's a Christmas
wrong.
movie, but I've
If
already
Die
got.
Hard is a Christmas movie, Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
I've already got 2 Christmas movies lined up for movie night, which is going to be Hogfather, the best Christmas movie, fuck you, fight me, and Tokyo Godfathers.
No, your movies are How I Suck for Christmas and It's a Wonderful Suck.
How dare you?
Fucking. There's a lot of rage on that.
I remember watching
Jesus.
Gremlins with my mom.
Andy, are you okay?
Wow.
My
Are you old?
My usual shtick for how to sell someone on the Hogfather is the scene with the little matchstick girl. Death can't do that. The Hogfather can. The Hogfather gives gifts. There is no better gift than a future. And for those of you who know that scene, are just like, fuck yeah.
having been the one in here who is actually reproduced, I will say that that story, The Little Matchstick Girl, hits a hell of a lot harder. Like, really fucking hard now.
Have you? Okay, to make sure, Whacker, do you know at least of how that plays out in the Hogfather?
I have no idea what the Hogfather is.
Okay, the Hogfather is the Terry Pratchett book, a Discworld book, that is his equivalent to Christmas. So Discworld equivalent to Christmas, the Hogfather being the Discworld equivalent to Santa. Screw it, tonight is movie night. Whacker, you need to come to movie night
No,
tonight. Come to movie night.
Unable to do so.
Will you be able to next week, next Thursday?
Most likely not. In fact, I've stayed past the time that I should have been staying.
This saddens me, but I will make you watch it at some point.
I mean, really, the real true... Like, I understand Die Hard and all that, but the real true best Christmas movie is Ernest Saves Christmas.
No.
Yes. Andy,
No.
back me up here.
No, my
Andrew!
objectively, my favorite Christmas movie is and it's very basic, bland. It's probably Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Rankin Bass, and with the Rankin Bass Frosty the Snowman cartoon.
I don't know. Rudolph's always felt like the weakest Rankin Bass ones. My personal favorite was Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I mean, they're all good ones.
Good. They're all enjoyable. So yes, they meet the requirements for good by being an enjoyable time.
I mean, if you want to be a Stanley Kubrick like shill, or something like that, it's like, I'm going to judge it with the utmost. Or if you want to turn your brain off.
Yeah.
That's why I started saying good is subjective and then corrected myself of, no, they're enjoyable. That means they're good.
Oh, Muppet
Because
Christmas Carol, though, is, to be honest.
Right.
I am going to leave you dinguses to Dingledorf. I believe Storm will be coming soon here.
Storm may be
Leave the
right.
brain cell.
Storm coming. Everybody inside. There's a war coming.
Or as the quote from Karen Bloodhoof from Warcraft 3, a storm is coming.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Rale, this is one of the few times where I will say you have my deepest sympathies.
Now the real question is, can we replace Whacker with Bulk?
Bulky Chan can join stream. If you invite him and he makes any comments in the thing.
I have said this
Yes,
multiple times. My streams are open invite for other WBPL 76 members.
No, you can't do that. That's no good.
I do need to get rolling here. Bulky Chan, if you are out there, you can sub in for me. If not, then get fucked there, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I will talk to you guys later.
The real problem is that everybody's always working or being adults.
You know I was joking with you about being a lizard man, but to be honest, sometimes I think I'm like part lizard because when it gets cold, I just want to sleep all day.
I mean, that's just, it takes more energy to keep your body up to proper temperature, which means you're consuming more calories to generate heat, which means you get tired easier.
Tyson. Okay, listen. Oh, God.
Hey everybody, it's Bulk of the Black Pants Legion. How do?
Oh no, it's Bulk of the Black Pants Legion. Hello.
To play audience clapping clip number 37. I do wish we had shit like that.
You gotta build your own soundboard.
I wanted to get a bunch of pots and pans and then drop them with the mic on and be like, "Oh God, I just got back," but I was scared it would actually hurt people's ears.
Fox is homesick, or I would go do that right now.
The only bad part about this is I can't see chat now.
Oh no. I'm assuming phone?
Yep. Yeah, I shouldn't be in here right now. But screw it. Things are working.
So you're playing the hurry up and wait game.
Mm. Maybe that. Yeah, there. I got it figured out. I can see chat, but I can't really see the game. So what's most important?
Probably chat. All I'm really doing is running around the map searching for stuff.
It's only going to be a little delayed if you look at the Twitch.
I'll just be here for a short bit. Hello, chat. Now you can hear my dulcet tones. How have you gentlemen been doing?
We were explaining the Gremlins series to Rale and how the Gremlin movie is technically a Christmas movie.
Yes. See, I already
and apparently
know
Rale is a gremlin with lipstick.
Yes, from the second movie.
I don't wear makeup, thank you very much.
Okay, so Rale...
I'm pretty enough without it.
So in the second movie, the Gremlins, they get into a bio-research lab in a building and they start drinking DNA from animals and stuff. And one of them gets a blood test from Pamela Anderson, so if you turns into basically a bimbo gremlin. It's funny.
Oh, didn't it do a striptease?
I don't know. If it did, I probably blanked that out. And I only watched on TV, so they probably,
skip that scene. Well, yeah, I was gonna say you're welcome for that therapy, Bill. Merry Christmas.
Please, I watched American Tail as a young child. I've already got more than enough therapy coming.
Did one of them striptease on there?
No, but the Mouse of Minsk is fucking terrifying as you can.
You know what? You know what? You know what mouse show has a mouse strip tease? The Great Mouse Detective.
Okay, but The Great Mouse Detective is actually just a really fun movie. That is definitely a movie that does not get as much praise as it deserves.
Great Mouse Detective? Oh yes, I love it.
Yeah.
A friend wanted to do like a 1800s industrial era RPG, and I made my character based off of Dulcin, and I got excited and I said, "Hey, can we all be mice?" And he just looked at me and said, "No."
I actually would
What's he got against Redwall?
Yeah, one, yes. Redwall's fucking awesome. But no, Great Mouse Detective, like, style RPG, just with your mice in a bigger world, or like a Rescuers Down Under. Yes, I know there's a first Rescuers, but Down Under's the better movie.
I really do.
I do like the Redwall, but like airship punk that the Great Mouse Detective is.
Yeah.
It only had a little bit of airship stuff in it. It's Redwall, but a Sherlock Holmes, complete with the autism and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But not the drug use or alcoholism.
Yeah. Well, the drug use and alcoholism were from, no, what is it? That's a Holmes thing. Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, to be honest, the thing that sells the movie, though, is Vincent Price's,
Ratigan?
Ratigan, like...
Yeah, no, Ratigan is a great villain.
It's like Joker, Penguin, and Bane mixed into one character, if you think about it. Am I wrong?
I get where you're coming from.
Definitely Joker and Penguin.
Why say
no,
Bane?
The Bane makes sense with his strength, so that tracks.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he doesn't have
the Venom thing going on, but that's about it.
It's more like how Bane acts as a person. Like Bane's motivation was like in a lot of Batman novels that I did end up reading, because they got forced upon me and I ended up enjoying Bane a lot, was he's kind of like a Brazilian guerrilla fighter.
Mm-hmm. It does depend on the version of Bane.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the sound of a Storm
Well, I'm
Song
talking the good one, not the new one.
I do. Storm Song here, ready to interrupt Rale.
Oh, the storm has came.
Yes.
Well, what's another?
I've also arrived.
Big brooding dude. I don't know. Maybe just Joker and maybe if Joker and Penguin were in a really big body.
Yes, they were sharing the body and they weren't having multiple personality disorder.
Yeah.
Okay, I walked in on an interesting conversation.
Talking about Great Mouse Detective and why Ratigan's such a good villain.
Ah.
I mean, he's a good villain because Vincent Price.
Yeah.
I see, so you're kind of suggesting he's like the Riddler and Joker together?
No, Penguin.
Oh, the Riddler. Or Joker and Penguin. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess a little bit of Riddler if you think about it, because he loves setting up traps.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's more Riddler than Joker. I mean, he may be a psychopath, but he doesn't gas people to put a smile on their face.
I mean, he's obviously based off of Moriarty. So now I'm wondering how much of Batman's villains are just aspects of Moriarty singled out and cranked to 11.
Well, Batman's villains are all famous, like, Victorian horror characters. Dr. Victor Fries, Dr. Victor von Frankenstein. Joker is essentially Jack the Ripper. Penguin's essentially Moriarty. If you see the character Clayface in his original presentation, he loses his shit when he sees pictures of himself. He's basically Dorian Gray.
I never thought of Moriarty as, like, cartoonish or, jokery in any way. He came across more as brooding and planning.
Penguin would be Moriarty. Joker would be Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're talking like early Batman, Jack the Ripper's that's spot on.
Joker was based off that one show, like Laugh Clown Laugh, that one movie.
The original Joker, probably. A lot of anything I would say about Batman is like Tim Bruce and onward.
Ladies and gentlemen, another stream where that gets boiled down to Batman conversation.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It's such a cultural touchstone for us. Hey, is Racker here?
He,
No, I scared him off.
he had to go do old man things.
Old man,
Yep.
look at his life.
Yeah,
It's
I watered his lawn. I watered his lawn in just like one spot, and it grew a half-inch long, taller.
That sounds like something you'd do, and I'm here for it. Also, hey Grimos, hey Samurai.
The pre-code Joker is based off Conrad. Wait, when
Rip
playing
Line?
in The Man Who Laughs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the man who
But
laughs.
I think there was some Jack the Ripper from that as well. Anyway, no, I'm talking like, what was it? The original Batman, where he was just a really good detective.
Yeah. Batman is kind of a mix of the what was the character's name? The Spirit and Sherlock Holmes.
Yep.
Shadow?
As well.
A little bit Zorro as well.
No, I need to rewatch. I need to watch the episode from the animated series where the Grey Ghost.
Yep. Oh, that's a great episode.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of great episodes. Weirdly enough, one of my favorite villains from that series. I mean, they're all good almost, but one of my favorite villains was the Clock King, and he only had like 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh, dude, Clock King was he was so hammy, but I loved it.
Oh yeah, that's the beauty of that era.
15 minutes, Batman.
Hey Rimward, we were talking about Great Mouse Detective, and then chat started talking about Redwall and Mouse Guard.
To be fair, we were talking about how, like, settings like that. I want an RPG that's, like, set the same way Great Mouse Detective is, or, like, The Rescuers, where you're, like, mouse or small animals in, like, Victorian or close modern sort of stuff.
I was, looking up stuff about Red Bull, and a line from the artist was like, children are small and scared, or children are small and can be scared, and mice are small and can be scared. So you want to see a story of a small, scared mouse being courageous, so that a child can be courageous.
Yeah.
Or something like along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. Don't quote me exactly, God damn it.
Too late.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Redwall was also created back in the age when, a child would be scared and small of their alcoholic parents.
Well, that just got real.
It was a big, wide world.
I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna remove the sugar coating.
Oh yeah.
This is a big pill. It should be a suppository, and there's sugar on it.
Why is there sugar on the suppository? Oh.
You never heard the phrase "sweet ass"?
Remos, quote it. I demand it.
What was the name of the episode with the exploding RC cars in Batman the Animated Series?
Oh, Toy Maker.
Yep.
Yeah, Toy Maker. Thank you. What?
They take that character and they make him creepier every edition. To the last time I saw him, Superman killed him.
Yep.
Because he was like, ugh, like bad creep. I think it was Toy Maker.
Oh yeah, Bane is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Although so is Two-Face. So is Two-Face. And Ra's al Ghul is sort of Dracula, not so much on the vampire front, but the creepy foreigner with strange powers coming to invade your home front.
Oh no, not the spooky foreigner. Things that I
Well, just as long
really
as he keeps his...
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just keep the pole arms away from my butthole, thank you, Vlad. Not my thing.
Yeah. Oh, you fell asleep on guard duty? Guess what?
I'd make the argument
Oh,
that
no.
stakes are not a pole arm. As someone who likes to use pole arms.
You know what, Rale? Why don't you go argue with Vlad about this topic? I'm sure he'll be reasonable and listen to you.
Vlad is not reasonable. He is an adorable cat that will stab the shit out of you.
Vlad violence.
For the audience's sake, Vlad is a kitten that was there at location redacted, and everyone
He
loved
hit
him.
my face in the cutest way.
That kitten chose violence every time.
Sometimes I think maybe it's just. Sometimes I think about volunteering for a animal shelter. Because one, I love being cuddly with animals, and two, I'm not afraid to wrestle with the dog when they misbehave.
Oh, yeah.
You just gotta pick them up and then fling them on the ground and then bite their neck.
Concerning.
More today on werewolf parenting.
Look, at least I don't go as far as some people do.
I'm the alpha male!
I'm talking about mounting.
No. Just no.
Yeah.
We're not going there, Andy. Moving
I
on.
know.
It's time for today's dad joke.
No!
This is what you've brought me to, Andy. Did you hear about the circus that caught on fire? It was intense.
That one's old.
You scream, I scream, we all scream at the terrible house fire at the family reunion.
Also that.
Chuckles, you're supposed to stay dead.
I wish there was wine in hell. I like that character got off like that. Or took off.
Yeah. It's a fun character.
It makes people fall in love with the Ed Wynn voice all over again. Even they don't know who that is.
There's a lot of voices that I got used to, like from watching cartoons as a kid, that later on I would see an actor from the older era and be like, oh, that's what they were referencing.
A lot of cartoons, Looney Tunes, were just making fun of like current events and actors, you know?
Yeah.
Oh god. One of my favorite things with a lot of anime with the English dubs is find the Todd Habercorn. He's a very prolific voice actor with a voice that stands out pretty well.
Hey, Rale.
Yeah.
Bully Snake says, "Don't scream into the colander. You'll strain your voice."
I swear I made that joke the other day.
Yeah, I bet you did. Okay, Carlos Mencia. Wait a minute. Stop. Okay, what are with these trees? This is out of place.
What?
The jungly.
It's a jungle.
Oh, no, I mean the big green ones, like the temperate trees.
Oh, they're big and wide.
Oh, okay.
There are trees like that in the jungle.
I'm not going to say the thought that immediately came to my mind.
But yeah, no, like, if you get like a temperate or a cold environment tree in a jungle, they can survive. They just get fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Or tall. Or both.
Are you saying that I'm a temperate tree in a, in a jungle?
Yes.
Do you have a frog as one of your summons?
Yes, he summons rain when he sings.
God, that was fun in our Pokemon MMO. I had one Pokemon summon rain, and I had a Parasect that had absorbed skin. It was just... just all the life. Anyway.
No, that tracks.
Also, Andy, who's the guy that... Or not guy. Which Legionnaire was it that was running, the Blood Bowl League?
Give me a second. Oh, I think Commander Cubano and Uh, Auto.
Auto. Okay, because I'm gonna ask them what their format was, because I noticed that worked really well, and anything I've been trying to think of for the Pokemon League, just I keep running into, but that would take up so much time from so many people. Slash,
You had a week to do your battle.
yeah, and then you would both agree, and then send it off to whoever the
One of the
dude
two
was.
would need it.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited for the Pokemon thingy.
Yeah, I realized that I had way too specific of an idea. I wouldn't even call it a grand idea in the sense of, like, it was me trying to make it big, but just in the sense of realizing my sense of scope was getting absolutely retarded.
Yeah.
And
Project creep happened.
Project creep, and then somebody who has such specific ideas and has to curb his own enthusiasm frequently.
Yeah. Scope control is important when doing any sort of project.
Yeah. Basically, I was almost thinking of it being like a gigantic multi-DM RPG, but that's just not feasible.
I wish I had scout control. I'd get rid of this terrible bald spot.
My god. It also didn't help that, job stuff got jobby.
Yeah, it's almost like you're an adult who has to work.
Yes.
Heretic.
I will be right back. Speaking of adult things, I have to shit.
That's
Bruh.
not an adult thing. I mean, it is, but... You know, that reminds me, I was at a Tractor Supply getting, like, cat food. And I saw a dog Tuchoy, and it was a mushroom. It was the fly a meal. You know, the red one with the white spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I get concerned when I see that, because that's like a highly toxic mushroom. But it's like almost the iconic mushroom you see. It's like, red one. I know it's like Mario, but not just them. And I worry that, and I feel like this is like going helicopter parent levels of worrying, but it's like, I hate for someone to like see a red and white mushroom and then eat it or something, not knowing that it's highly toxic. Shouldn't eat wild mushrooms in the first place.
Yeah, no.
But
It is very important. Remember, okay, so I can't make that jump. Noted. Do not eat random mushrooms. If you're not 100% sure that a mushroom is edible, don't fuck around with it. It's one of those things.
I saw a unsolved, well, it wasn't unsolved mysteries, but like a family from China were mushroom hunting, and they found mushrooms that looked similar to their native mushrooms, but over here they were highly poisonous. So when they ate it, they like put it in their pasta and all that. And when they ate it, they got sick, like real sick. And one of the kids had 2 servings, so she almost died.
Yep.
They had to get their stomach pumped.
Oh wait, I know what to do here.
Hey, Bulk.
I think Bulk has gotten busy.
I was going to ask if you ever had a mushroom burger. Or specifically, have you had a hamburger where the buns were like big old portobello mushroom?
Oh, that actually doesn't sound too bad. Hey, Miyamori? Mushroom burger, but it's where the buns are made out of big old portobello mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Thank you, Tom Eclipse, for... How many subs was that?
Like
10.
60.
10 tier 1 subs. It is much appreciated. Dear Lord. Anybody know what that button does? That button is a mistake. You should not... At least during my streams. Dear Lord. Is much appreciated, though.
Yeah, Rail Streams is all about pushing buttons and making mistakes.
You're not wrong. We're just gonna continue trying to find all the stuff. I don't know about you right now.
This year was a weird year because I've seen a bunch of products that are like things that shouldn't exist. Like Oreo flavored Coke. Or cheeseburger flavored Doritos. Which they didn't taste bad. They tasted pretty good. But they shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Oreo Coke wasn't bad either. It's just it shouldn't exist.
The only flavor of Coke I want right now that's not my normal Diet Coke is the Diet Vanilla Coke, which they stopped making. And it never
Have you ever had cream soda?
I have not had cream soda in a long time because I didn't care for it.
Have you ever had a root beer float?
Yes, I have had a root beer float. Not bad, but not at my top of list of drinks, just because lots of effort to consume.
Oh, Eggo is releasing a blueberry waffle.
Oh no, not blue waffle.
Yes. Oh, there's some like ketchup flavored chips coming out, or have been out.
Yeah, that tracks.
Usually spicy ketchup flavor.
People are weird. Taste buds are weird.
I did find some mustard pretzels, though. Like, oh boy, I love those. They got like a mustard powder on them. Like, not honey mustard, mustard. Rale,
Yeah.
if you took that thing and diced it up and boiled it, what do you think it would taste like? Would it be like a turnip?
A turnip, but slightly nuttier.
Or do you think it's like an acorn, like... Why don't we ask the slime what he's done?
I return.
Whatever that thing
Welcome
was.
back. Storm, what do you think a Deku Scrub would taste like?
I was gonna say, we're not talking about eating sentient beings.
I mean,
Fox says a roasted chestnut. Oh, an unroasted chestnut.
I'm gonna go with cinnamon stick.
A cinnamon stick. I can see that.
Based on the ones that we see... Although I could see the chestnut too, though based on what their nuts look like, because Deku nuts are a thing, I'd almost think they're like giant cashews.
They look like acorns to me.
Which maybe there's a specific plant in Japan they're based on.
Probably.
I don't know. All I'm hearing is Storm wants to try the Deku nuts.
Aw, yeah, wait, what?
What if it's like almond milk?
Oh no. Oh no. Deku milk. It's like, this is... Deku Scrubs is how they make almond milk.
Do you have to like put their head in a nutcracker and then crush it open?
No. No, you get it the same way you get normal milk. It's just from Deku Scrubs.
I'm talking about the flesh.
Oh. Probably,
By
yeah.
the way, folks, I've heard this a lot, but like the part that you eat with like fruits and vegetables and nuts, it is often called the meat or the flesh,
Oh, yeah.
even though it's not like, meat.
Yeah. Well, meat as a term used to just mean food in general. And like the term, eventually came to associate specifically with meat of an animal over time, but explicitly it used to just mean flesh in general.
Grab that bird, make it a pet, make it attached to you till you die, and it has to live another 50 years.
They're not birds, they're moculus.
Not those, I'm talking about the bird that flew away.
Oh, I've already got those. Unfortunately, they are as moths to a fire wizard.
Oh god, it's a Volcarona!
I actually got that card, the Volcarona card, earlier today on the Pokemon Pocket, Pokemon Trading League Pocket. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. God damn, wow, I can't fucking any words today. But,
Wait,
Fucking autocorrect!
wouldn't that be like Pocket Monster something Pocket?
yes, essentially.
So, have you ever had one of those autocorrect moments where it changes the word to something and it makes it infinitely worse?
I mean, yeah.
No, because I don't really use autocorrect.
Yeah, I do need to turn it off, but I was trying to spell the D&D trait combat casting and got combat chastity somehow.
Isn't that just what Unix is?
Potentially.
Okay, this thing is getting annoying.
Oh, is it an actual enemy? What does it do?
It steals rupees.
Oh.
No, it pulls attention. Face my blade! There we go. Problem solved.
Yes.
I don't think I have autocorrect on, but I like the suggestion, like, is this what you're trying to spell?
Yep.
My fat cat ate shit. Hey, fat cat!
Mean?
Well, she scared me when her big mask hits the floor and shakes the house. And she keeps taking my little sanding sticks from my miniature stuff and playing with them. I want to get her a chew toy because she likes chewing on stuff, and I got her a pig ear, but she doesn't want to chew on the pig ear, so I was like... I mean, what do you get a cat to chew on?
Ah. I am once more hydrated. A Digiman has joined chat. How do, Digiman?
Oh, Storm.
Yeah.
Did you see that video with the sheepdog on it I sent you?
Probably did. Let me check.
The reason I sent that to you is, like, I kind of get the impression of, like, not necessarily my character, but the idea of a mercenary who's been hired to, like, guard something. and then there's like another mercenary that died, and everybody's like saying, he's a mercenary, you know, good he's dead. And he's like, you don't know shit.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, the sheepdog thing. I saw that.
Did you post it in our group chat?
It was in the group chat, yes.
Oh, I thought I sent it to you personally. Okay, yeah.
Is it this one called Big Jack Episode 2?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
Big Jack
yeah.
episode 2.
Episode 1's pretty good, too, because he's telling the wolves, like, you know, you don't want to come in here, I'll tear you up. Oh, no, the one I linked you was, Oh, I guess I didn't send it to you. Huh.
Okay, now I'm curious if I can light those up in Novel.
Wait a minute, who the hell did I link that video to?
Yeah, because the last thing...
You might have just sent it to me direct, so check the DMs on me.
Yep.
No, it was about, like, this guy made a little video in an episode of what is the scariest monster.
Mm-hmm.
He was going into, like, the traditional portrayals of, like, you know, the devil and death and certain, like, cosmic horror monsters. And how, like, it depends, like, there's interpersonal terror, and then there's, other terrors. Because, like, you know, a monster that can destroy the universe, you almost, you'd be more afraid of a vampire than of, like, Galactus or something, because, like, something that big, you just kind of lose perspective of.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a good story element. That's why I wanted to send it to you.
Yeah. It reminds me of, there's a role-playing game, kind of an unusual one, called Dogs in the Vineyard. It's set during the Mormons moving east during, like, the 1800s, or moving west during the 1800s. And you play as so-called sheepdogs, basically the men whose job is to guard the rest of the flock.
Oh.
But it also is making me think of probably one of my favorite tropes, which is, you know, characters like Wolverine. You have, you know, the warrior among otherwise peaceful people who's trying to keep them safe.
Mm-hmm.
Also goes well with Wolf and Cub, so, like, the whole, I'm a badass, gnarled veteran who will, you know, kill people at the drop of a hat, but, I have to protect these children.
That just reminded me earlier, I forgot to mention this, but, one of the reasons why I like spoilers is probably because I'm a massive fan of that trope, where it's, someone is, like, taunting a character, but you know that character is a badass, so you know the person taunting them is making a terrible fucking mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the name of that trope, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, so I'm, like, knowing what's coming, because I'm like, oh boy, here we go!
Yep. Although you can also achieve that without spoiling by having certain tells that certain tropes have.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Such as the classic, old men in professions where men die young.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at my life.
Favorite sample? Balgus from Escaflowne.
That, or I can't remember, but the captain from Bleach.
Oh, Admiral Garth or Garp.
That is One Piece, not Bleach. What the actual fuck, Storm?
Beat him with a sock for a nickel.
My brain really chose what to hear there.
Yeah, oh shoot, that just reminded me though. Earlier today, I saw a thread that was, So Zanpakuto names, the names of the swords in Bleach, are all in Japanese. Couldn't they also legitimately be in English? And then the first comment, Cook Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
Second comment, Kill Bill.
Oh, yes. In reference to my comment about the warrior among peaceful people trying to protect them, according to Quinless, it's called Tiger Pretending to be a Pig.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I noticed at some weird point a lot of my favorite, like, action story tropes are essentially wolf and cub, because, you know, Wolverine's one of my favorite characters, Batman's one of my favorite characters. Other favorite trope is my village burned down, and somehow that, over time, turned me into a badass.
Yeah.
We had a joke in my old D&D group that, we were running out of villages and that my characters weren't a sustainable form of hero.
No. I remember one of my characters in a D&D game, it was like, his parents are still alive. Yep, they're still farming. Nope, nothing tragic happened to him. No, he's not related to royalty. He's just a farm boy.
Yep.
Nope. No, great. Alright, I found it. I'll link it in group chat.
Well, what's that?
Also, there was another one I should watch. I think it was called Moldy World Building.
Mm-hmm.
I only got the gist of it, but from what it explained, there's a difference between a dying world and a moldy world. A dying world is, you know, post-apocalyptic where everything is ending. A moldy world is, you could say it's post-apocalyptic, but the mold is grinding and destroying everything else to create something new.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, that'd be the difference between, say, like, Fallout and Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind.
Exactly. You said the exact, like, I was going to say Nausicaa.
Yeah. Because in Nausicaa, yeah, it turns out all the poison and such is because the moss is trying to digest all of the destruction of the old world.
Yeah. I need to link it, because I think it's another good, like, video that could inspire world building and such like that. I like video essays, you know? It's because
Oh, yeah.
it's usually done by people that are actually passionate about something, and so it's like you want to hear what they have to say about it. Like,
Yep. It is interesting, though, because I've noticed people who make those kind of videos, I'm like, I love your videos. I want to be nowhere near your fan discussions.
oh yeah.
Sample, the Zelda fandom.
Well, what is fan short for?
Fanatic.
Yes.
It's fantastic!
It's from Nubulus. I still need to find that video from the Disney Channel that was the guy that played the voice for Captain Hook in the Peter Pan movie, but he's portrayed as the mask in Mirror Mirror on the Wall. And I know I've said this 1,000 times, but he's like, everyone talks about the hero, but nobody talks about how necessary a good villain is for the story.
Assuming
I
the
won't-
story is conflict-based, but yes.
Yeah, and I was watching that, and I was like, he's got a point. Like, the better the villain, the higher, like,
I mean, yeah, you've got to have things for your stuff to bounce off of.
yeah. Like, what would Luke be without Vader? What would Aragorn be without Sauron, you know?
You always need a good Kefkaroth.
Kefkaroth.
I just imagine Sephiroth would kick basically Kefka's head.
There it is. Now we can go.
Well, my brain just went to One Winged Angel, but being done with circus instruments. There you go.
By the way, that typical circus song.
The entry of the Gladiators.
Yeah, I heard when I heard the title to that, I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm just trying to imagine big, bulking, muscly. I've killed hundreds of gladiators walking out to that.
Well, it was a fanfare for, like, strongmen or boxers to come out to, which was often part of circuses early on.
I guess, but I guess it's the zeitgeist has evolved.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, gladiator does mean people who kill for sport, but...
Yeah, but I'm talking about the music. Like, I don't want to watch blood sports to the sound of... It's like... The only murdering that's going to go to that is the Joker.
Yeah. Mid-aughts dark remix of the song. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh god, it's sludgecore.
Dun, dun. Yeah, basically. But you know what I'm talking about. There's like that. There's that whole thing that started with, like, I think it was Hunger Games where Lord did the cover of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, but it's all kind of dark and somber. And then, like, in Avengers, they had, for Ultron, they had a dark and somber version of I've Got No Strings. Yeah.
Well, they also had Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for
That just reminded me, lads. Revealed today, I think it was the reveal was today, or very recently, the next live-action Disney movie, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest, of all the live-action Disney movies, that's the one that's the most feasible to me.
I was going to ask what happened to Snow White, but I think maybe I should just shut my fucking mouth.
I was going to say I'm not enthused with the fact that they are going to basically put a toddler in a chroma suit and use that for motion capture of Stitch.
Yep. So, a few things UNC Samurai points out. A big thing about Entrance of the Gladiators, Andy, is imagine it being played with brass instead of a concertina, and being played at marching speed. So, dun 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 dun.
I mean, if I can get a sample
slightly
of that,
slow.
I'd like to hear it, to be honest.
Well, the thing is, and he points out another thing is, also don't look up what it was used for in World War II, which I already know, which is, it was used as a war march favored by those guys that followed the painter.
Lovely.
But
Although
they have the best theme song for starting up a tank.
this is true. It does remind me of kind of a funny moment in discussing my setting the other day, which somebody asked me, so, like, is the Imperium a good thing or a bad thing in your setting? I'm like, they're actually very much dedicated to human rights and, like, will defend their citizens to the umpteenth degree. That said, Hugo Boss might have had a field day with their military.
Are they the good guys or the bad guys? Yes.
Which Imperium are we talking about?
In the setting that I'm designing. In my own setting. So, like, it's a joke on the fact that a lot of my favorite sci-fis, you know, have a brand of uniforms that I'm like, you know, these are normally for the bad guys, but I like them.
Uh-oh.
I'm also the kind of guy
Why,
who,
why is it that the worst governments have the best hats?
I mean, there you go.
So there's a whole thing of you try. It's all about projecting image, and lots of those kinds of governments tend to be really good at projecting their image if they're going to be successful.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's sorry, brain slowed down because now I'm trying to remember what I was going to say.
An empire is okay as long as they practice noblesse oblige.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's very
That's
much
an opinion.
that's very much the context of the empire in this setting.
I mean, you know,
It's not to say that they're perfectly good all the time, but the setting goes on the idea of sometimes they're the good guys, a couple times they're the bad guys. They're a government. Governments are imperfect.
Yeah.
But it does seem that their fighting class, the Imperial Knights, at least drink their own Kool-Aid.
look, don't ask about the 4 years that a literal goldfish was in control of the empire.
Also, Bulk says he has to bounce. He might be back later.
Yep.
That's fine.
His presence was appreciated while it was here.
How many towns have dogs for mayors? I want to know that. I know it's more than one.
Well, given that there are, as you'll recall, Andy, hound folk in my setting, werewolf
that's
for mayor.
Racist. Or speciesist. However you want to say it. Oh, this guy
Look.
again.
It's a zappy boy.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist a rematch. I had to prepare for this day. Oh, yes. I've been eating a lot of cabbage for this.
I'll eat your cabbage.
You'll smell it, too.
Alright, how do
But
we...
yeah, I'm the kind of guy who, during a D&D game, played a, this warrior who had albino skin, sickly yellow eyes, white hair, wore black spiked armor, and had a flaming sword. And he was the lawful good paladin of the party. So, I have this weird thing about making heroes that look like villains. Or as my friend Agent Juice puts it, getting to have your cake and eat it too. Get to be a, Jedi but have some Sith powers in the process.
I mean, most of the games put it that either can use whatever powers. It's just a matter of...
Oh yeah, it's a matter of keeping the balance and not
inefficiency
giving
with
over.
powers. Usually the Sith are not very good at using stuff like healing because it requires that...
Oh, what's the matter? Can't have compassion? Was that not a good enough emotion for you? Huh? Huh? Did you see it, Sith?
Plenty of Sith had compassion, they just weren't good about controlling it.
You think there's a Sith Lord that just had, 87 kids and that was his problem?
Probably before the rule of 2, yes.
Dark Lord looks and says, how do you even afford child shit, I forgot what the term was.
Oh, you know what? Prior to the recanonization of certain elements in Mario, back when the Koopa kids were in fact Koopa's kids, you could basically say it would look like that.
Just looks at Bowser and he says, "What? I'm a passionate guy." Come on, we gotta do this, Mario. I gotta go to Marty's recital. Then I gotta go to Drippy's soccer practice. I like that Bowser's like a very doting father.
Yes. Well, in Super Mario RPG, he's actually shown to be pretty considerate of his own men.
Have you watched the Bowser versus Dr. Robotnik battles or epic battles?
I don't believe I have.
You should. The one thing that Bowser has over Eggman is it literally is power of friendship. Because Eggman just has a bunch of robots, whereas Bowser, he actually has like a respect and understanding of his troops. That's why a lot of them are willing to, you know, I don't want to say die for him, but you know. Also, wouldn't Bowser be an emperor? Because he's got a lot of kings under his command.
I mean, assuming that that's the definition of empire you're using, but which is our modern definition. An empire is a kingdom of many thrones. But traditionally, empires derived from the word imperium, or imperator, which means one who has command over life and death.
Ah.
Which is why imperator was primarily a term for like a military leader prior to it meaning king of kings the way we use it.
Remember game theory suggesting that Princess Peach was actually controlling the toadstools through what's that fungus called?
Cordyceps.
Cordyceps, yeah. That was funny.
Now, I believe...
So imagine this. You got the intro music and the text and the credits, and it shows Mario laying in bed. And it says, like, you know, Super Mario up and at him or something like that. And then after a while, Luigi walks in. He goes, "Hey, Mario, Princess has been captured. You want to go rescue her?" And he goes, "No, I don't feel good today." And Luigi just looks at him and goes, "Oh, okay." And he walks out to hear the door shut. And then, like, the light fades and it starts playing credits and the end song to Mario.
There was a hilarious, what do you call it? ROM hack of Super Mario called Mario Gives Up. And, what it is basically Mario and the Toads realize that, if you just get rid of Princess Peach, then they don't have to keep rescuing her. So they end up making Peach walk into lava.
Or just
So
screw it, let
so
Bowser have her. It'll keep him distracted.
well, by this point also, well, they have her walk into the fire, and then Mario goes and kills Bowser, and then in the second game, Mario feels bad about it, so he goes into hell to rescue Peach.
Don't ask why Peach went to hell. You don't want to know.
Yeah, no, that's obviously to be taken with, you know, grains of salt, because, like, Mario's not supposed to be a dark setting.
Yeah.
Even though he's a psychopath and he treats his brother like shit.
I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Mario games are just a bunch of plays put on by a bunch of friends, and Bowser is just typecast as the villain as most of the time because he's good at it.
And he's bigger than everyone.
Okay. Where are we going to next?
There's a big empty spot above Eldin Volcano.
Big empty spot.
Yes.
You mean like around here?
No, like up.
Up? Yeah, that's because I can't go there.
That's
Oh,
world boundary.
Yeah, that's world boundary.
Oh, DLC, I see.
What is this, DLC?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Actually, Zelda doesn't usually do DLC, so yes.
Yeah, I did Elder Scrolls, and look how that ended up.
They haven't indicated they were gonna do any DLC for this game.
Hey, you want to buy this Yoshi that has armor on it? It's only $5.
To be fair, I'd pay $5 for armored Yoshi.
Yeah, you would. That's how the problem starts, Rale.
Armored Yoshi. You've immediately given Storm desire to play Mario Tabletop at some point again.
All I can think is Armored Core Yoshi.
Mario! Wait, no, that's Metal Gear Solid. Ignore me.
Metal Gear Luigi.
I mean, he does seem like the kind to hide in boxes.
No, kitty, it's my beef jerky. No!
Bad kitty!
Mario Gear Solid.
I think I have to go to its house first. Okay, so... Where's it? Down here, yeah.
There was a series on YouTube. There was a YouTube series called like it was like Sonic X Mario or something like that, or Super Mario Bros. Z.
Super Mario Bros. Z, yeah. I remember that.
It was very good. It's a shame that it's I'm sure the guy was doing it during his college years, and then he couldn't do it anymore because of time or something like that. But it was very enjoyable. Good choreography. Battle choreography.
Bully Snake says Mario Gear Solid.
It's a shame, but sometimes artists, something happens and they just have to drop their projects. Oh, it's on fire!
Wait, what did you say?
I didn't say anything. You're hearing things.
And now I'll never know.
Yep, you definitely can't check it out later on the VOD. At WBPL76 on Twitch and on YouTube.
Also, I think Discord on my end cut out a little bit of what you said.
Oh, I said ice and fire.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this will be easier.
Can we roll you into a giant snowball and push you down a mountain? Also,
Oh no!
why does it sound like you're in a Bloodborne or Dark Souls area?
Because it's Frozen Winter Wonderland music.
I don't know. It sounds more like shrilly horror to me.
Ow. Miss Lou.
It's a little bit of both. Like, it's I wouldn't call it horror. It's the strings are being used to create tension.
Okay, let's do a little bit of setup.
Also, if I ever sound like I'm going over the edge and like bitching about something, know that it's actually for comic relief and all that. I'm just being funny.
Yep. We know. And the audience, I think, knows.
I hope the audience has figured that out by now.
The audience is ignorant!
Okay,
That's the pro tip.
So UNC says something relevant here, which is, everyone gives Bethesda shit for the horse armor DLC, but never forget that less than 2 weeks later, EA released The Godfather for the 360, took out the money cheat code from the game, and added DLC to the Xbox Live Store where you could spend real money for in-game money.
Oh God.
Which, you know, so, like, the horse armor thing, yeah, you could say it opened up Pandora's box, but I think ultimately, compared to some of the practices we would see later, it's particularly innocent. As opposed to, say, like, well, that.
It sounded like Bethesda opened Pandora's box and EA decided to unscrew the hinge.
Not the button I
Working.
wanted. I'm dumb. Don't mind me. This is more taking a long time because I'm just dumb.
Oh, it's alright. You're probably listening to us bullshit.
Somewhat.
What is it called? Stream packs?
Mayhap.
That's why it's usually best when streaming to have like a second person
I keep
around.
hitting the wrong friggin' button like an idiot. Ah!
You silly Billy.
Rage-inducing.
So, Rale,
Andy.
I watched some of the trailers for Monster Hunter Wilds,
Much hype?
and in part of the trailer they said that you'll learn a bit of the mystery of the history of the world.
Neat.
I watched a video a while ago that to me made it sound like it explained it. It was kind of somewhat post-apocalyptic, and most of the monsters and the stuff were a result of genetic engineering and weaponry going out of control.
I win! Rail wins! Fuck up!
Yay. I know the feeling, though. I started playing that game, Black Myth Wukong, and I've played Souls-likes before. I'm a fan of Dark Souls, and yet I have never felt so punished by an early-level boss. Now, to its credit, it definitely taught me the hard way how this game is meant to be played.
I'll be honest, if Black Myth Wukong were like letting you operate at full Sun Wukong powers, it would be the opposite of a Souls game. You are the Souls boss, everything else is normal level 1 player.
Well, you're also not playing as Sun Wukong, you're playing as his descendant.
Yeah.
And you're learning to be what he was.
Now, let me ask you this. How does it feel when you finally beat that boss?
Oh, it was cathartic.
You got that dopamine, it looks like an invisible fist just squeezes that dopamine gland.
Yes.
Yes, the screaming eat shit at the screen.
Yes.
I remember playing Armored Core 3, I think, at my house when my friends were over, and I beat one of the last bosses, and everybody was just throwing a fit after I beat them.
Yes.
Okay, it's gotta be up, maybe? This should take me to the top of the cliff.
I was going to say I want to see a game where Toad is the hero, but I forgot that they kind of already do that. I mean, it's not Toad, but it's Captain Toad.
Yeah.
He can't jump, right? That's his schlick.
This I do not remember.
Okay, I think it's down here. Okay, yeah, that's the direction that it's in. Maybe it's clouds? Let's check if it's clouds.
Sometimes I'm scared. I've beaten Demon Souls, but there's a part of me that's scared of playing Souls games because if like no matter how hard I try, I
Okay, no,
can't
it's
beat it. I'll feel really self-conscious and bad about myself. Like,
So my answer to that is then keep to Dark Souls 1 if you want to try it. Uh, 2 and 3 are the ones where they decided to lean really hard into the difficulty. Dark Souls 1 was just difficult per chance. But
well, no,
then
I
2...
didn't play any of the Dark Souls. I played Demon Souls.
yeah, what I'm saying is
the
like...
OG of the
The
OGs.
OG.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like look for... Because most people will also like tell you which ones are more reasonable.
Well, I'll tell you what I do love watching though. Like, it's like I watched most of it from Roy Bursters and Super Best Friend Squad.
Yeah.
I love watching someone coach someone else to play the game. Like, I know normally it would sound like backseat gaming, but to me it's like watching a trainer and a boxer. It's like, okay, this is what you got to do. You know, okay, this is this is what you want to do. I'm going to give you some tips. You got to watch out for this and all that and all that. And again, I know it might sound like I guess there's a difference between backseat gaming and coaching, but
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching that. There's just something weird about it.
Rude. I should have made a cold resistance potion. Oh well. Oh, not what I wanted.
Oh, Rale. Did you see the rotary boat engine that somebody made in Breath of the Wild?
No, I did not. What?
It's like two boats on an end of a stick, and it rotates like a giant wheel, and they can go over water.
That is somehow sensible, and yet not. UNC Samurai says the game where Toad was the hero was Mario Kart SNES. Night Owl reminds us of AK Lone Wolf's greatest quote ever, which is, punching is a form of fisting.
Isn't it canon that Wario is actually good at tennis?
Is actually good at what?
Tennis.
I mean, if Mario Tennis has anything to say about it. That said, I'm not super invested in the deep lore of the Mario games, except for like the select ones like Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, etc.
Mario RPG.
Da 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 dee da. Da 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 dee 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 da. That is such a great theme.
Okay, no more of this freezing to death stuff.
But Rale, that's what we want to do.
No, none of that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
she's wearing like belly dancer clothes in the frigid north.
Yeah, but now I've drank them a proper potion for it, so I'll be okay.
It's like that girl I saw the other day where it was cold outside and she had a jacket on, but she had like shorts on.
Tactical booty shorts.
Okay, I need to figure out how to get here. But I'm pretty sure it's up a level, so maybe over here? Let's try this. Oh, hey, it even protects me from the water. Neat.
Remember, folks, Robin Williams named his daughter after Zelda.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm remembering why no one wanted to play this class back when.
What did you name your son, Toad?
It's so mean!
Why'd you name your son Toad? Hey, Dad! Don't worry, Rale. I'm sure there's a silver lining to all this.
The silver lining is I did it. Is this your couch?
I just want to harvest the wheat. I know it's supposed to be tall grass, but it kind of looks like wheat to me. If you destroy all the ice on this particular part, is it going to give you something?
I don't know. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, so there was some sort of cave way I was supposed to get here.
I don't know. It reminded me of that part in Alex Kidd where you had to pray to a statue 100 times before you could keep going.
Wait, which game?
Alex Kidd, I think. Yahtzee Crowsher was playing it on his Let's Play channel a long time ago. He was like, yep, this is how you go further in the game. You have to pray 100 times.
And I could hear it in his dry and deeply unimpressed voice.
Yeah, Gabriel's like, where do you get the idea to do this? He's like, I have no idea.
So, Bacon Wrath brought up Mario Tennis Aces, and I can tell you the exact reason we will not be playing Mario Tennis Aces on this stream. And that is because I do not own it, because I refuse to buy a Camelot game until they give me a new Golden Sun game. Until I get a new Golden Sun game, either a remake of or Golden Sun 4, I don't care. That would have been a very useful way earlier.
You know, why don't you just go make your own damn Golden Sun game?
Because I do not possess capabilities for game design, game programming.
That also would lead to a lawsuit.
Also that.
Come on, you make it sound like Nintendo's notorious for that or something.
Technically, it's Camelot. They're not strictly Nintendo. They also made the Shining Force games.
Oh.
Okay.
I saw a weird article. I didn't read it, but I just saw the headline where it says, I think it said like Shining Quest 2 is a nightmare. I was like, that's an odd title.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh. Oh. Yep. Oh. Oh. Yep. It's not as fun without Whacker here to tell me to stop it.
Stop that.
Rale!
Andy?
No, Rale, your opinion is wrong on this. Like, seriously.
That's just like your opinion, man.
I'm gonna take your rug.
Shite.
So, like, I was gonna say, what's the difference between a cloud and a bed? And I guess clouds, like, stay in the air.
Yeah, they float and they disappear after a while if you stand on them too long. So they require a little bit more skill to use, but they're infinitely more usable.
God, man, we gotta get you to play Super Mario Bros. 3. The thing is, I want you to experience all the levels instead of, you know, whistling past 90% of the game.
No! Pretty sure that just goes up here, yeah. Alright, let's do one more check on this section of the map to make sure we didn't miss anything. Samurai, you sleep on a bed. Aerith sleeps on a cloud. Aerith is not his canonical love interest, that's Tifa.
I was thinking she meant like a cloud in heaven.
I mean, porque no las dos? But yeah, no, Tifa's best cloud wife.
Aerith sleeps in a stream, if you know what I mean.
Aerith, a live streamer.
And she often complains about the acid reflux, but we know where that pain comes from.
Oh. Okay, if you go too high, the game's like, no. No, none for you. Alrighty then.
No.
I like that picture someone posted of Tifa with like the cloud and the Tifa doll, and it was like, okay, Cloud, time for you to get over your insecurities and kiss her already.
Do I have to kill Mr. Snowman? Is that what it is?
Mr. Snowman, sing me a song, da 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 da, you when it snows all day long.
Okay, no, it's in the house.
Even though it's 15 below, you seem to be a righteous fellow, Mr. Snowman.
Okay, maybe it's not.
You know, and I know saying this could, one,
Oh, wait, it's up there.
maybe open a can of worms, and two, will probably take us down an unnecessary Final Fantasy path that, you know, we always go down. But I sometimes wonder if Tifa's connection and attraction to Cloud is actually unhealthy.
No.
It by definition is until a certain point in the game,
Yeah.
though, I mean, it's also understandable because they both have very fucked up histories.
Yeah, they're both damaged people.
I mean, that entire party is damaged people.
So,
Eh.
that entire cast is damaged people. Hurt people hurt people. Go to
Yeah.
therapy.
Well, the problem is they kill the therapist about halfway through the story.
Valid. Valid.
Well,
I never really took Aerith as a therapist or anything.
Not literally. She is sort of fulfilling that role because she's the only one that's, functionally speaking, honest with herself about what's going on.
Oh, hey, I was right.
And honest with the others. She is holding details to her chest, like the fact that Cloud reminds her of Zack and that she knows something's wrong there. But it's also because she knows that directly confronting him on it could be destabilizing. Whereas, all the other characters, like, are fundamentally dishonest with themselves and each other about certain major details and have a lot of junk that they're carrying. Aerith is the one that sort of tries to get them to talk.
I don't
Also,
know
in the case of some of them, they have both junk in their hearts and in their trunk.
I mean, she has a booty that just don't quit.
Oh, I was talking about Barrett.
He also has a booty that just don't quit.
I don't know if this would be considered a hot take, but I always considered Sid to probably have the weakest story in the group.
I mean, to be fair, part of that's because of how late he shows up to the party.
Mm-hmm. And he's already sort of a grown-ass man by that point. There's not a whole lot of character development for him to go through.
Yeah, I mean, even as much as Kate Sith is kind of a weak character, I mean, once you find out he's grieved, it's like, oh yeah, he had to deal with the whole dropping of the plate thing. Yeah.
And they definitely flesh that stuff more out in the later games, because one of the things about 7 that's interesting is they had plans and plans and plans and plans, and the game is about, in total, a third of everything they planned.
Yeah, it's, oh, that's just one of those guys. I already alluded this.
Which is why so many sequel games and prequel games, and then the remakes are even bigger and more detailed.
I mean, there's also, what is it? The Yuffie and emo guy Vincent were both originally supposed to have much more
pronounced roles.
Yeah.
I believe originally also Biggs was going to remain with the party rather than being killed off. And I think there was initially plans for Rufus to join the party eventually. There was also going to be a lot more characters getting killed off throughout the story.
Yeah.
Did Sing survive?
Did who?
Sing or Soon?
Yeah, Sung survives.
Okay.
Most of the Turks survive and end up being kind of part of the reconstruction process because they end up sort of redeeming themselves in one of the novels where they, as the fight with Weapon is going on and the Sister Ray is about to be attacked, they basically defect from Shinra and start trying to organize an escape from the city for everyone. And so Sung and Reno and Rude end up basically rescuing everyone in the slums.
Yeah.
And I think Elena's part of that too.
And I know at least for Advent Children, some of them are injured, but
yeah,
come back. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, make
Rude
rupees
and
appear a
Reno
little more
fight one of the clones.
Sorry, what'd you say, Andy?
I know Rude and Reno fight one of the clones, but they come across more as like comedy relief.
Yeah, Advent Children has them be a lot goofier than they're supposed to be, I think. I think Advent Children also suffered from, this was never a prospect on the horizon for us, but now we're getting to make a movie of this, so, you know, how do we do this? And I think some of the movie writers were not as aware of how the characters came across in the games. Like, in Remake, for example, Reno is definitely a shit talker, and there is comedy to be had there, and also with Rude's obvious crush on Tifa. But, like, they're otherwise played pretty straight.
Rude's refusal to attack Tifa unless she's the last standing member of your party is one of my favorite gameplay and story integrations in all of gaming.
Yep.
I mean, I don't blame it.
Mm-hmm. And it actually extends in Remake as well, because he won't attack Aerith in Remake. He finally does in Rebirth at one point, and she even comments like, "Wait, did you just..." Sorry, dear. Part of the job.
Oh, hey, Fairy. Come here, you.
So who does Reno like?
Okay, so there's theory about that. There's no hard evidence to that end. The two big fan theories is either that he likes Cisne, who's a character who shows up in Crisis Core, and again later in Rebirth, and was also in Before Crisis, so she was a Turk that fought with the same kind of weaponry that, like, Yuffie uses, so, chakrams. But, her not appearing in the main line of Final Fantasy VII, and obviously being kind of an added later character. The other fan theory is that he might have a thing for Rude.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
But knows that Rude swings, you know, straight, so never voices it.
Well, that they could just be bros.
Yeah, and that's possible. And Reno might just be somebody who doesn't have time for romance.
Yeah.
Not every character has to have a love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty much explicitly said that Sen doesn't have any love interests because he's married to his work.
I thought canonically Sing was in love with Aerith.
No, he's got, like, he's kind of fatherly to her. Like, not a good father, but... of the Turks, he was the one that was always there to like try to protect her from the worst of what Shinra might have done.
He does
But-
ask, what's her name, to dinner, but
But you have to remember, he's a Turk. Asking someone to dinner could be a date or it could be a hit.
Raw.
you think he was gonna kill her for incompetence?
And then maybe he was flirting with Elena a little bit.
I almost felt like that he was just like, because she was into him, but I felt like that
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
he was like giving her the time of day or something.
The only problem I would have with that, personally, though, I mean, East Asian culture, so maybe it's not as much of a problem to them, but she's 18 and he's over 50.
Wait, what?
Sang is like in his 50s.
No.
Yeah, I know, because he's around at the same time that Vincent is. Like, Aerith is already... Or Aerith isn't born yet when he's already an adult.
I would have said he's in his 30s at most.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was younger than that. Normally I defer to you, Storm, but this one I want a wiki check.
Yeah, let me give it a check, because that might be...
I want to do the opposite of what the Sultan does to Jafar, but you're so old.
I mean, there's no accounting for taste.
I mean, yeah, I like mustard pretzels.
Remember, kids, the full quote is, the customer is always right in matters of taste, which refers to that customers will buy whatever shit you throw at them as long as they like it. Not that you should just do whatever they say.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so in the original, he was thought to be around his mid-40s, and later they canonized him as being 30. So, I was wrong about something.
Well,
half wrong, but...
Yeah, okay, so now we understand where the older judgment came from, and that it was corrected afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that makes sense.
It sort of recontextualizes it also that he's maybe more like a big brother to Aerith. Again, not a good one, but better than what the rest of Shinra was doing.
I mean, he does slap her, but I think they got rid of that in the remake.
They did. You see him like raise his hand like he's about to, and then he closes his hand and doesn't do it. Again, though, like, if... It's also supposed to be an indication, because, like, she says to him, like, I never hated you, and she shows concern for him. And then we see in a lot of the redone stuff later that, like, he's the one that was actively... Perhaps because he was her bodyguard, but he was even willing to get in the way of other Shinra employees in protecting her. About the only person he couldn't really protect her from was Hojo.
Hojo! Sorry. I actually hurt my voice a little
Interesting.
bit. What's up? What's interesting?
Oh, it's just, how canonicity of things changes with different iterations and remakes and...
Oh no, we've thrown Storm down a wiki hole.
Yep.
Hey, Sarah. I mean, if she was that young at that time and it was a big difference, he probably would have known that she'd get over it.
We are getting close to time to go. We've got about probably 10-ish minutes left. As a quick reminder to everybody, there's double holidays over the next 2 weeks. So there will be no Nintendo streams during that period. So this is the last Nintendo stream of the year. I hope you all have a wonderful new year.
We're not going to go out with a bang or anything?
No, just cozy. Continue doing as we're doing.
Okay.
There might be, like, if there's some sort of stream going on the day, like New Year's or something that I can join in on, I might join in on that. But
Okay.
Thursdays I'll be working because holidays screw up my work schedule.
Does Zelda have any like winter clothes, like a parka with the furry helmet thingy that goes around the face?
What?
Did you have Did you have a winter outfit?
A wicker outfit?
Winter! Winter!
No, I don't believe so. Yeah, not that I've found at least.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess
What were we joking about that would have been funny as a Think remake? Oh yeah. Yukon Cornelius.
Okay, so a lot of this seems... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of this seems to be chalked up to that whole anime problem of they say 13, they don't draw 13.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me think of who are not related by blood.
Well, yeah.
Realization that now I finally got a use for the horse. Snake. Come here.
Yeah, you stomp on the snakes. That's not a horse, that's a pony.
You're a pony.
No, that's him.
Nope, it's
I'm
you this
Scarecrow.
time.
No, I'm Scarecrow. He's a pony.
It's you now.
I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And that's it. I'd be thinking, just like another Lincoln, if I only had a brain. A girl from Arkansas goes on an adventure with a little girl and is joined along the way by two constructs and a lycanthrope.
What?
Well, that's right up there with the plot summary of Ni no Kuni 2, which is U.S. president with CIA training gets isekai'd and helps medieval prince reclaim his kingdom.
Right.
I was saying Wizard of Oz. A girl from Kansas with her dog is joined by two constructs and a lycanthrope.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, that checks, although... Well, yeah, no, that checks. I'm not going to get pedantic.
Training begins now!
Yeah! You gonna stay in the circle or what, little missy?
Oh god, how many times has WBPL 76 been isekai'd? Many times.
I think most of us were isekai'd somehow. We were usually hit by a truck that was either being driven by, Goat, or we were hit by White Tom.
You guys remember that video I showed you that time I almost got hit by that white truck at work?
Yes. Which is up there with the fact that Big Mike was hit by a truck at work. A lot of
level in Pretty Heroes.
Yeah. A lot of Legionnaires either get hit by cars or almost hit by cars pretty frequently.
The realization that I can just drop it down the damn hole. Nope, nope, don't run away.
USC Samurai, no! No!
Into the tube!
Tubular!
Put him in the boo box.
Bye, Felicia! I win.
Wunderbar!
I think one of the reasons they usually do trucks in Isekai is one. I don't think there's a lot of like. That's probably one of the most likely deaths you're going to get over there. That's
So it is a trope. It's also one of the more likely deaths that isn't a social taboo to talk about.
Yeah, and also I think it evolved from there. I was like, this has kind of been like. This is like the 5th time someone has picked a white van. Why don't we run with it?
Well, yeah, it's the reason why Truck-kun has been canonized as a character in anime.
Also, please remember that at one point Kirby absorbs Truck-kun.
Yes, this did make me happy.
So Truck-kun essentially a Shinigami now?
I mean, at the very least, a psychopomp, but yeah. Well, Shinigami are psychopomps, so yeah.
Not what I wanted, but okay. There's gotta be one last enemy somewhere around. This is the problem.
That time I was reincarnated as the Ralph Corgi and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Isn't that Corgi a computer at the end?
They have, like, they're super smart or something. I don't remember the exact details.
No, that's right. No, its genetic structure is like a data drive or something.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched that. I need to watch that again. Quinlist asks, what would be Truck-kun Zambato? Zanpakuto? Is that how that's spelled?
Zanpakuto!
Yeah, I think that's it. Very close to the correct spelling.
Zanpakuto!
Zanpakuto!
No!
The bald guy, he just pulls out these giant blades.
Alright, what... Just... okay. So I'm going to activate my Zanpakuto. Say what turkey is the best turkey? Storm Song.
Turkish.
Anywho, everybody, stay safe. Have good holidays. May your Crimbus be great. May your New Year's be nice.
Be good, and be safe.
And eat your cranberry sauce.
Damn, fucking red cranberry sauce is great.
Yes.
Eat it.
Yes.
If you don't eat your pudding!
Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful time.
Turkey bacon is the best bacon!